The one I'll do the most is like past players, man. Like clubs in the game and the RLPA working together to sort of put some more status and recognition and the ability to look after past players. Like,
what's it at now? What are they doing for it now?
not a lot in that space, which we've been fighting hard for, and I don't like the funding for it, and the money's got to come from somewhere, right? Which is always the issue. But I think it's got to be a combined effort from the clubs and the RLPA and the game, because you look at all the other sports in the world, like in their past players, and Australia's a bit different where we don't have the prestige or the renown. Like once you finish, you sort of move off into the sunset, and not unless you stay in the game in a coaching role or media role.
And there's only so many roles.
But like, I'd love to see some areas where, like, you're always attached. Like, I know there's men's league, but you sort of like it's almost like an alumni or something where you're always involved. Like clubs, like I think for past players can offer, more to do. Just I don't know. It's hard because I feel like I've played with so many great players, and they're just once they're finished, they're just gone. But they're the guys who, like, week in, week out, were the reason we're winning games or, getting through training or having success. And I just feel like they don't, once they're done, you sort of have this, the next crew comes through and it's almost like your welcome's over. You've done your job, move on, thanks for coming. And a bit from them too, they don't feel welcome to come back. I feel like...
that's a big one. That's a big one,
I feel like any past player who comes down to the Sharks, they speak... Like Fitzy's been good at it. It's like, mate, as long as we're over here, like you played before us, you got a Sharks number just as us. Like your contributions, just as valuable as ours. You want to walk through the gates, you're welcome to walk through the gates anytime. Come watch train and come and hang out because you wore the jersey just the same as we did.
Yeah, I think the Warriors are doing it really well. Like I look at their social content at the moment, they look like a club. Like it looks fun to be around all the old guys.
I think it's good, and I think like. It actually, if you get it done right, it gives value to your young guys too, because they realize, well, if I dedicate myself to the club or the game, it's not just over once it's over. Like if I give myself a good enough run and carry myself right and do the right thing and leave the game in a good place, well then 20 years is something I'm connected to forever. Where there is a little bit of a disconnect at the moment, and I feel like I'd love to see that. I'd love. Because I was a footy tragic too growing up, like just all the old players are coming. I love when they come in and tell their stories because we're sitting in their shoes, right? They did it before us. They paved the way for us. So I think that space, I'd love to see some more done in that space.